Prime Minister suggested taking pictures of land to ensure transparency in land acquisition. Physical teaching has started in the primary school today. And the next parliamentary elections will be peaceful and acceptable, said CC. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Mytv News. I'm Fawzia Roshum with you in the newsroom today. Viewers are watching the headlines and I'm going to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has suggested taking pictures of land to ensure transparency in land acquisition for implementation of any development project. She made the suggestion at a meeting of the Executive Committee of the ECNEC in Bangla today. The Prime Minister also said that the steps would be taken so that no one would demand a higher price of land. The Premier also directed the Ministry of Planning to release the money immediately to pay the landowners. The meeting also gave a final approval to the revised annual development program for the current financial year. The approved RADP size is 2,07,550 crore taka. After the meeting, Planning Minister M.A. Mannan and the State Minister for Planning Shamsul Alam told a press conference that the allocation for the revised ADP has been reduced by taka 17,774 crore. RADP has allocated taka 9,613 crore for 107 projects of anonymous organizations. Physical teaching has started in the primary school today. Students from 1st to 5th grade will be classes every day. Pre-primary level students are not allowed to come to school for the time being. Pre-primary level students will be brought to the school after observing the situation for 2 more weeks. All schools will be run in 2 shifts and no teacher will be able to attend school without being vaccinated, says the Department of Primary Education. Meanwhile, after attending a ceremony today, the Minister of Education Deepu Moni told reporters that normal activities at the secondary level will start soon. Chief Election Commissioner Qazi Habibul Awal has expressed hope that the next parliamentary elections will be peaceful and acceptable. He was speaking after a rally on Manik Mia Avenue in the capital on the occasion of National Victors' Day today, noting that the right to vote and democracy will continue to flourish in the future. The CC said that the hoped a successful election would be held with the joint force of all. The CC also hoped that the next elections would be peaceful. DMP's CTTC has arrested a fugitive convict and close associate of Mufti Hannan, who was sentenced to death in a firing squad in a case of a bomb blast at Kotwali Pada in Gopalganj in the year 2000. He was arrested during raid in Kilkhat area of the capital on Tuesday night. At a press conference at the DMP Media Center, CTTC Chief Asaduzaman said police would file a new case under the Anti-Terrorism Act against the arrestee Azizul Haq Rana. They will apply for a 10 days remand in this case and will seek for remand for questioning. He was a fugitive for 21 years in disguise to avoid arrest. A High Court bench has declared actor Zahid Khan as the General Secretary of Bangladesh Film Artists Association. The bench of Justice Mamunun Rahman and Justice Khandokar Daliruzaman announced the verdict on Wednesday. Advocate Asanul Karim and Advocate Nahid Sultana Yuthi appeared for Zahid Khan in the court. Barrister Rokunuddin Mahmood was in favor of Nipu. Deputy Attorney General Bipul Bagmar and Assistant Attorney General Selim Azad represented the state. Nipul's lawyer said he would appeal against the verdict again. At least 4 people, including a woman, were killed and 1 injured when a CNG-powered auto rickshaw collided hidden with a covered van in Brahmanbaria's Bijoynagar Upazila. The accident took place on the Kumila-Sylhet highway around 6:45 p.m. Muhammad Shahzal Alam, officer in charge of Katihata Highway Police Station, said the accident took place when a CNG auto rickshaw coming from the opposite direction collided hidden with a Sylhet-bound van. 2 people died on the spot and the 2 others succumbed to their injuries at the 250-bed Shodor General Hospital in Brahmanbaria. Viewers, now international news. Despite protesting against the invasion of Ukraine, U.S. President Joe Biden said he would not engage in a direct confrontation with Russia. But in his first annual address to Congress, Biden warned Russia's president that Putin would have to pay the price later. Russia, meanwhile, has continued to attack Ukraine, ignoring Western threats. Zubair Rahman with more details.
US President Joe Biden has warned Russian President Vladimir Putin that the dictator will fall. In his first annual State of the Union address to Congress, President Biden said Vladimir Putin had miscalculated how the Western world would retaliate.
Thinking he could make it bend to his menacing ways, but he badly miscalculated.
However, Biden reiterated that US troops would not be allowed to enter Ukraine, but would retaliate if Russian troops entered the country. He has no idea what's going to happen next, says Biden, referring to the retaliation through new economic sanctions.
He thought he could roll into Ukraine and the world would roll over. Instead, he met with a wall of strength he never anticipated or imagined.
He also announced that the United States would block airspace for Russia after the European Union and Canada. Biden's popularity is declining, as is Donald Trump's at the moment. Inflation in the United States is the highest in 40 years. Only 40% of Americans think he is doing the right thing. Russia, meanwhile, continues to wreak havoc in Ukraine, ignoring these warnings. Russian forces have launched a full-scale offensive in the Ukrainian capital Kiev. The main TV tower has been destroyed. At the same time, after the fall of Kharkiv, the second largest city in Ukraine, the Ukrainian army confirmed the news of the paramilitary landing. At the same time, the Russian forces have continued airstrikes. In the meantime, Russia and Ukraine are going to sit in talks for the second time again today. Zubair Rahman, MyTV News Desk.
At least 11 people have been killed in a fire at a shopping mall in the Syrian capital, Damascus, the Interior Ministry has said. The blaze broke out at La Marida Mall on Tuesday. The fire caused extensive damage. An investigation has been launched into how the fire started, the Home Ministry said. A fire at the mall in Damascus has killed at least 5 people and injured 4 others, according to media reports. This time, a flower blooms on red planet Mars, and this flower bloomed by the NASA rover Curiosity observing Mars last week. The Curiosity rover's camera took that picture from a distance on Mars, and this has caused a wave in the scientific community. Zubair Rahman with more details.
The red flower bloomed on Mars. It could not escape the eye of NASA's robotic Curiosity. Scientists say the new data was obtained by analyzing images sent by Curiosity. NASA's robotic Curiosity is conducting research in search of life on the red planet Mars. The vehicle has already sent all the amazing information about Mars. This time, it sent a picture of a flower on Mars. Scientists are still skeptical about whether the substance, which looked like a flower, is an organic substance. However, after looking at the image taken from far away by NASA rover, it has been revealed that any mineral on Mars could become such a flower in the red planet. Some scientists believe that millions of years ago, there were streams of liquid water on Mars. There were huge rivers, even waterfalls. Some of the minerals in the water may have fallen to the ground, and this flower can also be a mixture of a few minerals. NASA researcher Abigail Freeman tweeted that the newly discovered substance on the heart of the red planet was named blackthorn salt. It was captured by Curiosity rover's Mars Hand Lens Imager camera. Zubair Rahman, MyTV News Desk.
Viewers, now news on sports. Now time for details about cricket. In the first match of the two-match T20 series, Afghanistan will face Bangladesh in Mirpur tomorrow. Despite winning the three-match ODI series by 2-1, Tamim's side lost of the Afghanistans by a large margin in the last ODI. The Afghans have lost 4 of their 6 matches against a total of 6. So, Mahmudullah has no reason to take Afghans lightly at all in T20. On the other hand, the Afghans are also ready to challenge the Tigers. However, Rashid and Muzib are not taking Bangladesh lightly at all. The match will kick off at 3 p.m. at Sher Bangla Stadium. Viewers, about to the end of the headlines once again. Prime Minister suggested taking pictures of land to ensure transparency in land acquisition. Physical teaching has started in the primary school today. The next parliamentary elections will be peaceful and acceptable, said the CC. US would not engage in a direct confrontation with Russia, said Joe Biden. And Bangladesh will face Afghanistan in the first T20 tomorrow at Mirpur. That's all from our newsroom for now. Thanks for being with us. To join with MyTV News Online, visit YouTube/MyTVBD News. And to watch all our programs, visit YouTube/MyTV Bangla, Facebook/MyTV Bangla. Our next bulletin will be telecast in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Don't forget to join with us. Till then, stay connected. Viewers, be careful to prevent coronavirus and follow the hygiene rules. Allah Hafiz.